While Eminem really hasn't fallen off, I want to talk about the fact that I personally dislike his newer music. I want to see the reasons why I personally dislike his music, to see if they are valid, or if it's just me not liking something because it's new and different. So, obviously, to make this video, I had to really listen to a lot of his music. And whenever I first heard the first song on Revival, Walk on Water, I had a realization. Just maybe, I was just a hater. Then, the song Chloroseptic played, which was literally so boring I skipped it. I haven't had a song in so long be that boring that I had to skip it. I could listen to an entire Hobson album and not skip a single song. But no, Chloroseptic, no, it was so boring. Then Untouchable played as well, which suffers from a lot of issues these quote-unquote lyrical rappers have, such as Hobson, who I just mentioned, where it just comes off as like too preachy. Like, there's other rappers who have done like this like quote-unquote style, I guess, where it feels natural and you like can get into it, like people like Earth Gang. Like, you have people like what's his name, Nas, where back in 2003 he came out with songs such as I Can, which give like the same like, you know, feeling on topics such as race and all these issues, but he just comes off as too preachy and it's boring. I understand the meaning of the instrumental where it's like meant to feel like unhinged or whatever, but it just feels whack, and it doesn't feel like a good song. Like, I understand having a song that's supposed to have meaning and it's not really meant to be a banger, but I don't get any emotion from it really, because it just feels so forced and really preachy. It doesn't feel like I'm learning anything. I also do want to add that Eminem has literally made songs like this where it doesn't feel like this. He's made White America, which was a great song, and it doesn't come off as too preachy. It's just, I don't know, it's just weird, man. Now, I'm not finna about to do a whole album review, so I'm gonna move on to his next album, Kamikaze. Let's hope there's a little more hope there. Okay, I'm on the first track, and I heard him just this little yachty. I'm in indescribable pain. I don't think there's hope. Nah, but for real, this song is just like J. Cole's 1985 Effect, but worse, and guess what? It's just preachy. Oh my god, I'm literally like 5 songs in, and all of them are just preachy and sound boring, except the Junior Lucas song, because like he actually raps good. Stop trying to be J. Cole. Okay, I'm done talking about his music, so I'm gonna speedrun Kamikaze right quick. Normal is a song too true for Eminem, even though it's meant to be ironic. Stepping Stones, Jeff Bezos plays this in Everyday and Cope. Not alike. Okay, bro, you wish you was a little pump. Stop yelling at 20-year-olds, man. Okay, I'm running out of ideas. Album bad. Okay, now let's get to Music to Be Murdered By, which looks like it has the most hope out of all these albums. That's why I'm trying to kind of skipping over Kamikaze a little bit. It was really boring, bro. Alright, so let's see what's up. The first song, Premonition, is actually really good, with the bass hitting hard. I love the beat. I just love the beat. I love the way he gave his lines. I thought it was just a good song. I do think the bars are kind of underwhelming when he starts literally just complaining about how bad Revival did. However, I think the production kind of just makes me not care about that, and the way he says it, you know, like his delivery is pretty good. And on this album altogether, the wider sound on it with the production is great. It makes it more interesting, keeps my attention longer. However, he still does have some of the same issues from the albums previous, with certain bars feeling preachy or his flow being boring and him just rapping fast to rap fast. Like, it's not interesting. And on songs such as Those Kind of Nights, it's like something you'd hear from an old Eminem song, and not in a good way. It's just him trying to be edgy by being sexist, which is weird for him to then go into the next song, In Too Deep, which is a song about him being with a girl who's already with someone, which is just weird. I don't know, the altogether tone of the album, the way it goes, the way it plays, I guess, it's not really good. Then Godzilla plays right after that, which is weird, but it's a great song. It's featuring Juice. I think M's hook is really good, and Juice doesn't really carry the track too much. and it's just actually a decent song. And then Darkness plays, which is also a good song, even though it still does feel a little forced to me and trying to be too edgy, but it does have some legit hard hitting lines with some more subliminal approach. However, just a few good songs couldn't carry this album, with songs such as Heaven just feeling like other songs such as Untouchable. But at this point, I sound like a broken record. It's just the same. So I quickly want to give in 3 main reasons why I think his newer music is worse. Number 1, as I've said previously, it's too preachy on topics, and he feels out of touch on some topics. That's it. Second point, he raps fast, but it's boring, and he sounds the same. He sounds lifeless. It sounds robotic. It's boring. Third point, he tries being too edgy. He's done that forever, but he tries being too edgy on his newer stuff still, and that's it. Now, I've talked about why his newer albums are bad in my personal opinion, but what made his older music so much better? Well, I think it has multiple reasons, obviously. I think one of them is the way he used to rap. He sounded better. He used to not sound like a robot trying to connect with the human race, which is boring flows that he is currently. He also used to not take himself too seriously, and when he did, it was with these intricate stories that were either about his real life or something he made up with songs like Stan. That also weren't 100% fictional, but you know what I mean. I also used to like his personas. I know he still uses some of them today, with some shady being used in songs such as Framed, but it's not as prominent as it used to be, and I feel like some of the lines and bars he used to have that were so over the top just had more of a feeling to them, if you know what I mean, even though they were definitely distasteful, and I dislike that fact, but I still think it hits hard. I heard it when I was younger, so maybe that's why too. But I just personally like his older music more, and I bet there's a lot of people who love his newer music, and that is completely fine. I just don't like his newer music, and I felt like speaking on that, I'm gonna have a more normal video that I personally do, like my OG Mako video that I'm making is gonna come out soon. That's gonna be, and if you enjoyed, yes, English, sorry.